yeah, we've got something important to talk about. I feel that you probably watch this channel because you like pubs and you would like to see them remain open. Well, so would I, and that's why I've started a petition to help get pubs a fairer deal, and it needs your signature. So scan this QR code that's coming up on your TV now, scan it for me, sign that, and help us keep pubs open. Thank you very much. Every signature really does count. It's coming up now, scan it. Well, good day and happy Friday. Made it to almost the end of another week out on the road. All good so far this week, really good days. Southport was great, Liverpool was banging as always. And today, as you can probably see, I am in Wilmslow. No, I'd never heard of it either. But looks a nice little town, not far from Altrincham, which we've done before. So today's task should be an easy one. Doesn't look to be that big of a town, doesn't look to be that much here. So let's get on and see what we find. First up, it's going to be a vintage inns called the Honey Bee. And I do like vintage. I used to work for Mitchell & Butler, worked in the vintage brand for quite a while. They tend to buy some absolutely lovely, lovely buildings. The food isn't terrible quality. They've always got good garden spaces as well, like this has out here. So up on the outskirts of Wilmslow to get us kicked off today, and it's going to be the Vintage Inn Honey Bee for pub number one. Always gorgeous buildings, the stone floors and things. But yeah, vintage inns do stuff pretty well. I think for one of the chain sort of ones. I mean, Mitchell & Butler have a lot of chains that are food orientated, food led, obviously. They always seem to be, they're always thriving. They're always busy, and as far as I'm concerned, they do the job pretty well. There's always a decent enough beer selection on with at least one ale and stuff that most ale drinkers would like, and they just look nice. Salt maker, Peroni, Randall sometimes. There's a decent mix, and they're always busy, bustling little places with diners. Like, it's only just gone 1 o'clock, and there's already a decent mix of people in. Of course, they always have decent garden spaces on them. So, Honeybee in the bag, not a bad place to have started. Stop 2 of the day, and attached to a Premier Inn. My Premier Inns never have these attached to them. It's Hickorys. I do quite like this chain, again the American barbecue chain, but yeah, Premier Inn, look. My Premier Inns have never got Hickorys attached to them. If they did, I'd always be in there, because I do like these. So, stop 2 of the day then, get myself a burger or something in here, I think, because their food is pretty good, and they are jumping up all over the country these days. So if you've never been to one, I suggest you should. Went in the barbecue joint. I ordered brisket, haven't I? I ordered myself some brisket for lunch. Ooh. Love some brisket, I do. Yeah, it doesn't look to be that many pubs in Wilmslow, so I don't know how long this will take me, but we're going to get through a lot of them. I will show you around this in a second. A decent little range of little beers and stuff you might never have had before. The Beers of America, good little thing. So I've got myself one of those for my bev to go with it. IPAs, pales. So is that the Carolinian? But, yeah, this is just the little bit I'm saying. My brisket will be here very soon. Lunch fit for a king. That brisket. Oh, that brisket looks so juicy. It looks absolutely wonderful. Oh, I love Hickorys brisket. Always got their own stuff on as well. Hickorys pale ale. It's pretty nice. Driftway tropical IPA, another sort of favourite of mine, and they're always quite quirkily done. I do like Hickorys places, and yeah, that brisket I just had was absolutely fantastic. Okay, now as much as I like Hickorys and vintage inns, they're not really pubs, are they? So it's time to find some pubs today and get on with it. So starting at one sort of end of what I assume is the town centre, and I'll work my way through from there. So up as number 3, it's going to be the King William. I'm sure it gets called the King Billy, like most of the King Williams in the country do. It's a Robinson's pub. So that will be my 3rd stop. It says there's accommodation and stuff. Robinson's pubs are usually pretty good. I'm a big fan of what they do. So that will be stop 3 of the day. That's better, isn't it? This is a proper pub. This is beautiful inside. Again, Robinsons are really good with their makeovers of pubs when they do them. And yeah, I quite like some of their beers. I've gone with a Neon Sunset, which is one of theirs brewed up, Unicorn Brewing. But I'm very impressed again. Here's the one I go for in these very often, Neon Sunset. Hot Neck IPA is nice as well. And even their Brewhouse Lager is not too shabby, but it is a really nice looking pub. They've done a really good job with this completely. I do think they get it right 99% of the time. Robinson's what they do. Some nice looking seating. Yeah, it's a good pub. Short walk up the hill from there, and you'll come into what I assume to be the main town centre part around here. Just looks like a normal small town centre, but there are roadworks causing absolute chaos by the looks of things in here. But yeah, little restaurants, cafes, banks, little high street style place. But my next port of call, I've walked for 3 minutes. It's going to get me to this. So let's make this the next one. The Swan Inn. Again, nice looking pub from the outside. In fact, it's open already, suits me. Everything appears to be reasonable at this side of the small town, opening hours wise. So that will be stop 4 of the day. And again, at least this one is a proper looking pub, isn't it? So the Swan Inn. Let's get in and see what you've got to offer. This one is a Green King pub, but there's no sign of Green King IPA, so that's always a good thing. 3 ales on, Old Trip, Tribute, and Landlords. I know. Who knew, eh? Green King could actually have a couple of good choices and stuff on there. So, you know, it's alright. I've gone with a Hazy Day, because I do quite like the Hazy Day. What we've got on the bar for here. A big fan of Australia, a Hazy Day that I go with. But 3 ales, none of which are Green King IPA. Don't get many Green King pubs and not see that, so that's a good thing. It's a massive good thing. It is, yeah, nice old pub. We'll go for a little bit of an explore in a second. Oh, I'll show you around, I think. Plenty of space. Big old gaff, nice looking. Seems a nice little town so far, quite well today. A lot of people described it as posh to me. I'm not sure if it's posh. It's certainly well to do. The people are lovely, and it is a very well kept little place. So yeah, quite a nice little place to stroll around, especially on a nice Friday afternoon. Not far to walk from the Swan. Again, 2 minutes, and that gets me to this, the Mucky Pop, which looks very much like an Irish bar to me, given away by the Guinness umbrellas. The thing that says it's Guinness time. And obviously the fact that it's all green with sort of shamrocks and Irish flags. So even the least astute amongst you could probably work out that this is definitely an Irish bar. So the Mucky Pop will be my 5th stop of the day so far. Very nice inside. They've done, I don't know, I mean, it looks reasonably new to me. Everything's sparkling, shiny. Just looks and feels authentic, which is always the key for me with an Irish bar, to at least make it look and feel like an authentic Irish bar. And yeah, they've done a good job with this, and obviously along with the Guinness. I like the look of it. Anyway, Grand Central IPA is one of the IPAs on the beers as well, which is good. It's a nice looking little back bar, back room. It's been really nicely kitted out, and it does look and feel pretty authentic Irish to me. They've done a great job. Up there for a bit of live music and stuff as well. Plenty of live music events coming up. Yeah, really nice gaff. Head on down the pedestrianised street with all the banks and shops on, like so. And the next one should theoretically be just at the end of this pedestrianised bit. And it is one of the lounge brands, Unico Lounge. Looks to be on 2 floors. So yeah, we've done many of these. We know exactly what to expect inside. So let's make that stop 6 of the day. One of those brands. I've done so many of them now that you've probably watched them 50 times or whatever in the video so far. There's not much more I can tell you. It's got all the garish paintings. It's got the lampshade. Staff are friendly. It's got a decent enough keg mix of stuff on the bar and a decent enough menu. They always seem to do well. Again, they sprung up everywhere around the country, so they must be doing something right. There you have it. There's your daily dose of garish lampshades and garish paintings galore. And that is the Wilmslow Lounge for Unico Lounge. But yeah, they're all very samey, aren't they now? Done so many. Come out of Unico Lounge and directly next door, Aura Bar. Quite a swanky looking style place. Cocktails, food, beer and wine. Yeah, it looks like a wine bar style establishment, doesn't it? So that is going to be stop 7 of the day. Apparently that's Symposium next door. That's a nightclub, doesn't open until like 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, so we certainly won't be doing that. But Aura up next then. This is like serious date night vibes. It's really plush, really like nice looking. Like you could definitely become on a romantic date down here, share a bottle of wine, sip some cocktails, and feel like you're in some like real high end, maybe like London style cocktail bar. It's really plush. And fair play, sort of done a brilliant job of making it look like this. So keg offerings on the bar. But yeah, serious bit of swagger with this. It looks really good. Definitely a date night vibe going on. But they've done a pretty good job. Now what all the roadworks and things like that are, apparently it is the food festival. Wilmslow Food Festival coming. So if you're around, you're watching this video before the weekend, and you're around, there looks to be some absolutely brilliant things like Brisket Shack, loaded tips, hog roast, crepes, loads and loads of bits going on down here. Apparently this is a yearly thing, so every year around this time, if you're interested in little food festivals like this, have a look for Wilmslow's one. For 4 minutes, basically down the main road. Dead easy, dead straight road, dead easy to get down. So just carry on walking down there and you will come along to this big old pub here, which is called Coach and 4. So it's a Hyde's pub. Those things. Plenty of stuff going on. Quiz nights, live music every Friday, Sunday roasts, and a light lunch menu Monday to Friday, 12 till 5. Big old looking pub right next door to Sainsbury's. So again, dead easy to spot on this main road. Coach and 4 will be my next stop. The Grand Central IPA that I like quite a lot. That's a Hyde's beer. So Hyde's have a real varied range. There are actually several cask ales on in here that I'd never tried. So I've managed to I've got their original this time, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed. So their Grand Central and their original off the cask are both top-notch beers. And again, this is it is posh around it. It is very well to do, and everything looks well looked after and well cared for, and that's not a bad thing at all. It's a break from the mould sometimes, but it's very nice. Beers. So that is what I went for. Hyde's original, their classic amber. Really impressed. So that's a cask ale. A little short ago, but that's the one I'm always talking about. The Grand Central IPA. It's a really good IPA. That Old Moot on as well. It's a gorgeous pub. Looks absolutely wonderful. So obviously it's a dining space and things like that, but it's a pretty gorgeous pub. And the rest of it on the other side is also pretty good looking place. Oh, it's lovely. Hyde's have done a top job. It's a busy little town. If you've never watched the Altrincham or Knutsford videos, watch them, because this is a very similar sort of vein, very similar style, very sort of, I'd say the same sort of class of pub, same sort of style of things going on with both Altrincham and Knutsford as you've got here. So it's a very pleasant, very nice day out, to be honest. Next one again is another Robinson's pub, the King's Arms. Up here on a very busy roundabout. There's literally been cars herring around that the entire time. But King's Arms will be my, I think 8th or 9th stop of the day so far. This one definitely feels a little bit more old school. It's got more of an old school look to it again. But yeah, again, Robinson's, they know their stuff. And several different rooms. Feels like it's probably a really old pub. It's maybe there's an old coach in it or something sat here. It would have been obviously in between all those main roads. Would have been the perfect place for that's a stag do or something around the corner you can hear. So yeah, good mix of people in. It looks I'm not going to wander around through there via the stag do, but you see what I mean. It looks a lot more old school vibes. Another little alcove room on this side. There are a good mix of people in. There's a beer garden out onto that bit out there as well. That's the King's Arms, and there's a Thai restaurant also attached to the place. On the back of the pub. So come through there, there's the thing. But yeah, Thai restaurant attached to the back of it. So we like Thai food and a beer. It's a decent sized outdoor bit as well. Probably quite like this. That was definitely rowdier than I was expecting anything in Wilmslow to be today. But they're having a good time, you know. Most people only get married once. Just once is enough, I think. So, yeah, it's nice to see people enjoying themselves. It's nice to see the pub's busy, actually, by this time on a Friday evening. Fridays can be hit and miss. Not in Wilmslow, they're busy. And the next one, another Robinson's Arms. So this will be, I have counted out, this will be stop 9 of the day thus far. Robinson's 2 for 2 so far, doing a pretty good job. Can't really moan about them. So the Carter's Arms up next. To complete the trio of styles of Robinson's pubs, all close to each other, are completely different. This one feels like a local, friendly, like community style pub. So 3 Robinson's pubs, all within a mile and a half of each other, 3 completely different vibes, completely different styles, all doing a good job at what they're doing though. Again, plenty of space. You can watch all the sport and stuff in this one. Screens all over. Mishmash of furniture, good outdoor space on either side and stuff as well, and friendly service. I'll make it 2 to go to have ticked off Wilmslow. And this one, if you carry on down then the side street from where I was at the last one, you will get along to my penultimate stop of the day, Farmer's Arms. So a J.W. Lee's pub by the looks of things. Certainly was anyway. Education is important, but beer is importanter. I mean, I can totally get on board with that kind of logic. So that's penultimate stop of the day, Farmer's Arms. Definitely is like a family friendly pub. It's got a kids player in the garden, so loads of kids, loads of families running around. So I'm not going to wander around with a camera while there are people's kids running around for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's a lovely old pub. Obviously the heartbeat of the local community and stuff around here, because the garden is absolutely packed out there, and the pub is very nice looking. Good mix of J.W. Lee's beers. I went for the Lee's Stout in here, which I do like quite a lot. You can see it's a pretty old school pub. There's a little bar area on the other side with some cask stuff on, and yeah, a massive great garden. They're full of families and things, and a deer's head. And that brings me along then to the final pub of the day. So it's been a nice little experience. It's really good to see the pub so busy. I'm happy to say that Wilmslow is a nice, well-to-do little place. You're not going to find any trouble around here that I can see anyway. But today's final stop then will be this. The Horse and Jockey. So it's set down here in a bit of a residentially sort of area down the back streets. It's about a 10-minute walk from where I was earlier. It's obviously dog friendly, like I would imagine, and most of them are. And it's obviously an old pub that has stood there for quite a while with a good outdoor space. Horse and Jockey, final stop of the day. Beautiful pub to finish on. Again, absolutely glorious looking. There are some real top quality pubs around here that are they're so well looked after and cared for. You can tell that the people who run these pubs genuinely know what they're doing. I've not seen a bad one all day, and that's nice, but it's lovely looking again. That's this final one. I absolutely love the etched glass and everything on it. Taylors and Wainwrights on this side. Gorgeous, it's dog friendly, that's a sweetheart. But it looks really plush and really a lovely place. And pork pie, sausage rolls, things, they do nachos and stuff as well. I just think it is absolutely beautiful looking. Yeah, the lovely garden space to boot. So that was that. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you sticking with us as we make our way through this wonderful country together, you know. I'm enjoying it, I hope you are too. But yeah, that was Wilmslow. Nice little town. Cheers, see you next week. Got some big stuff in store next week. Another couple of days in London, a couple of days in Brighton. Oh, it's going to be a big one. See you there.